So it's real hard for me to watch track and field.
Yeah.
It's real hard. But when one door closes, something else opens. So now I compete in the courtroom.
Willie D Live.
Did you get everything that you wanted out of the sport of track and field?
No, track and field is a very depressing area for me. So I won a whole bunch of stuff. I still hold records. I still hold records at Elsick High School. I am one of the most decorated high school athletes. I went to the Olympic trials in high school. I went to the finals of the high jump in the 1984 Olympic trials at the LA Coliseum. And I got to see all the people I saw on Sports Illustrated. Well, Carl Lewis was my teammate, ended up being my teammate, but Evelyn Ashford and Willie Gault and Edwin Moses and all these stars. And I was just there as a high schooler. It's very unusual for you to have good enough marks to qualify for the Olympic trials where you competing against the big boys and girls. And so I had a lot of hope, but I got hurt. I won 3 NCAA championships. You said NAACP. No, that's NCAA. And I won 1 United States championship in the heptathlon before anybody asks, it's the female version of the decathlon. And these are the events in the heptathlon in this order. Hurdles, high jump, shot put, 200 on the first day. Long jump, javelin, and 800 meters on the second day. So I won 3 NCAA championships, and I won 1 United States championship in that. And I got hurt in 1989, and I ended up meeting my abusive ex-husband, and he just forced me out of track. And I was abused for 6 years. And when I came out of that relationship alive, I talk about that in the book as well, overcoming domestic violence. Because you're most likely to be killed when you're trying to get out. That's just what it is. And so I was not able to fulfill my Olympic dreams because I retired from track and field at the age of 23. So by the time I was 23, I had 3 NCAA championships and 1 United States championship, and I was on Pan Am team, the World University Games team, the Goodwill Games team. I just made a lot of teams, and so all of my teammates went on to win Olympic medals, and I did not. I was doing what I could do to survive. So it's real hard for me to watch track and field.
Yeah.
It's real hard. But when one door closes, something else opens. So now I compete in the courtroom. And I practice criminal defense, so if the police messing with you, I mess with them. But my son and I do personal injury. And one of the things I've learned since we've been doing personal injury is that we resolve our cases way faster than most lawyers. We try, if possible, if it's not a really, really, really bad accident, we try to have you your money within 4 to 6 months after the accident. That's really sort of unheard of. And it's a selling point for why we do what we do, and we get policy limits quite often. So even when insurance companies don't always want to accept liability. So I also practice family law. I'm trying to move out of that. My son really likes family law, though, but and I still do. So I've been practicing law since 1995.
How much of the abuse that was going on in your personal relationship did your family know about?
They didn't. We don't tell.
At no point until, even after you left, at what point did they know? Did somebody know?
So you're in love with your abuser, right? When you are in love with somebody, you want your family to like them. And I had a bunch of big uncles, all of whom went to prison. My Uncle Rodney was the TDC champion in the bench press, and he tried out for the Oilers. He was just a big dude. So I knew if my family knew he put his hands on me, that they would probably kill him. So I didn't want him dead. I just wanted him to love me and not abuse me, and he would always tell me he was going to change or whatever. It took me 6 years to get out of that. And it takes, on average, 7 years to leave an abusive relationship, and you hope you get out alive. So no, you don't tell anybody. And one reason that we don't tell is because people blame us, right? So people ask questions like, well, why did you stay? Well, whether people know that or not, that's blaming the victim, right? Or people say stuff like, well, I wouldn't let nobody hit me, or it's your fault. After the first time he hit you, you should have left, blah, blah, blah. Well, we listen to these things. We're already beating ourselves up because we love somebody who mistreats us. They rape us, they beat us, they cheat on us, they financially hold us hostage, they take our money. Sometimes they make us quit our jobs. I was forced to quit my job, and I went and lived in Spain with no job, away from my family. And you're ashamed. And it doesn't discriminate based on like how smart you are, how much money you have. So how many people want to go tell their family, I'm in love with a person who beats me. I'm in love with a person who rapes me. And I don't have the courage to leave. So you don't tell anybody. And you are eternally hopeful that one day they'll love you enough that they'll treat you well.